And some of you have asked us, why are you not hearing numbers and data when it comes to those who have recovered from coronavirus? Wanted to answer your question because there is an answer. It is simple. There's no consistency in that data. Health departments are required to gather detailed information about infections, but not information when it comes to the recovery of patients. So some do, but honestly a whole lot don't, and most in fact collect data in different ways, which in the end doesn't give you or us a full and accurate and detailed picture of recoveries. And that's the reason you're not hearing those kind of numbers right now. We wanted to explain. If the pandemic canceled your big trip, if it canceled plans to a big event, some businesses out there are refunding your money, but the I-team has learned that you can't count on it with every company. So Investigator Ginger Allen is here tonight to help.
With planes grounded across the country, flight battles have some passengers standing their ground to get their money back.
We've had a lot of people that are just frustrated.
Brett Snyder is a former airline employee who runs an online travel site that's focusing more on helping customers navigate refund and credit options than booking flights right now.
There are just different policies at different airlines. It can be tough for people to follow.
Last week, the Department of Transportation announced it was receiving a significant number of complaints from ticketed passengers who felt wronged. In response, in this enforcement notice, it told all U.S. airlines they must give prompt refunds to travelers whose flights were canceled or significantly delayed. But just this week, a Minnesota police officer filed this class action lawsuit after he says his April flight was canceled and United is refusing to give his money back. He says the airlines is engaging in unfair and deceptive conduct, forcing customers into a rebooked flight or travel voucher instead of returning their money. United tells us we are reviewing the specific complaint as we were just served last night.
It's at this time when everybody has a precious need for cash, right? So coupons don't pay the bills.
Attorney Nick Colson just filed a lawsuit against StubHub for a customer who bought tickets to an NHL game with a money-back guarantee, but the game did not happen. They say he and thousands of other ticket holders whose events were canceled are being offered a 120% credit within the next year.
They tried to sell this theft, this robbery, as a convenience to the customer because the coupon is for 120% of the value of the purchase price. But it's a coupon that expires in a year. They may never be able to use because none of us know what things are going to look like in the next 12 months. But Mr. McMillan, like everybody else, is in a position where he could use the money right now.
A spokesperson for StubHub says the company cannot comment on active litigation. So far during this emergency, the Texas AG's office tells the I-team it has heard from 232 consumers complaining about refunds with businesses statewide. If you've been refused a refund, our experts say first, try talking directly to the business. Clearly explain your problem to a salesperson or manager. If that doesn't work, go up the chain until you find someone with the power to help, and this may mean a corporate headquarters. You can also file a complaint with the Office of the Attorney General, the Better Business Bureau, and the Federal Trade Commission. One of those will likely investigate. If a business moves or closes, contact the Secretary of State to find the registered agent and address of the owner. Provide as many of these details and cite regulations you believe were violated in your complaints. And remember, you can also contact your bank to dispute a charge. Finally, file a complaint with the Department of Transportation if you're fighting a U.S. airline over refund issues.
I know that was a lot of information, but we have put it all on our website, cbsdfw.com. Just remember to pack some patience with these agencies right now. I'm Ginger Allen, CBS 11 News.